Thank you, Mary. Joining me now is Chef Jonathan Lundy of Jonathans at Gratz Park. You can put a microphone on. You got time. It's live TV. Of course, Gratz Park, Jonathans Gratz Park is here in Lexington. And this morning, you're going to show us how to make one of the recipes out of your great new book here. It's chocolate pot pies, and this is something you're telling me that might be good if you're going to be at home cooking this weekend.
If you got to do the cooking yourself, this would be a great hot dessert. Very special, very warm, and very nice.
Yeah, we'll show the picture of it later, and of course we'll show the finished product as well. But you're going to start making the tops for these, right?
Yeah, there's a few steps to make it, so we'll quickly get started. And we're going to go in with 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder.
Okay.
1/4 a cup of flour.
1/4 of a cup of flour.
We got 1/4 of a teaspoon.
1/4
salt.
teaspoon of salt. That always helps.
1/4 of a cup of the cocoa powder.
1/4 cup cocoa powder. I'm just repeating this because your mic fell off, but it's fine.
I have 1 stick of butter that's melted.
Stick of butter. Good and good for you.
Sugar, which is a must.
Little sugar.
Gonna crack 1 egg into the mixture.
There you go. Egg, and then
1 more ingredient. Little vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract. Jonathans Bluegrass Table, the book we'll be talking about, jagp.info if you want to look it up. We'll check in with Jonathan throughout the show. Good morning, Kentucky. Welcome back. It's now 6:40. Joining us again this morning is Jonathan Lundy of Jonathans at Gratz Park. And Jonathan, you've been making chocolate pot pies this morning in the studio. It smells fantastic. This is one of the new recipes in his great new book here, which is Jonathans Bluegrass Table. And you rolled out, you made the cookie, which is the lid for this dish. It's a kind of, as you said to me earlier, it's like a molten lava type thing with a lid, kind of.
Exactly.
Molten lava cake, that is. Chocolate, lots of melted chocolate.
All right, so what we've done is we've made the cookie dough. We've cut them out into a similar size shape.
To your little ramekin there.
Ramekins. The ramekins can vary in size a little bit depending on what you have available. Your cooking time might need to be adjusted. So anyway, we got them rolled out, press them, set them here. The next step we're going to do is we're going to take the ramekins and brush a little melted butter thoroughly so it doesn't stick too bad. And we got those all prepped up, ready to go. Meanwhile, we've had chocolate and butter and some
That's what smells.
And a little bit of bourbon. I always prefer makers most of the time.
Yes.
And so
what
we're going to do is, next step will be that we're going to take egg yolks that I've already separated.
Okay, those are just the
6 of them.
Yolks. 6 yolks, okay.
And then we have 4 eggs, whole eggs.
Right.
We're going to cream these with sugar to get it nice and fluffy real quick.
Okay, and what you're making right here is the
filling for the pot.
For the pot. Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Now, all these recipes that you have in your book, these are things that I mean, a lot of them are basically like takeoffs on traditional things. For example, I was looking the hot brown scallops. It's a traditional Kentucky dish, but you're taking a different flavor and kind of putting it in
altering things just a little bit, and that's the general theme throughout the book, whether it be the drink chapter, the appetizers, the entrees.
And this does have everything from, starters to the finish. And if people are interested in buying this book, the website is the best place to find it. It's at the local bookstores as well, correct?
Joseph Beth, Barnes & Noble, Morris Bookshop.
Good deal. www.jagp, Jonathan at Gratz Park, .info. That is the key. And you can find this book and order it there. And we'll check in with Jonathan again in about a few minutes and see what the finished product looks like.
Good morning, Kentucky, and welcome back. It's now 6:51, and we're back here with Jonathan Lundy, who's getting ready to show us the finished product of the chocolate pot pies, which smell absolutely wonderful. I wish you could smell them at home, and they look wonderful. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, it's a surprise upset at the weekend box office.
And the latest in the Michael Jackson death investigation. Here's what's happening in Hollywood. And we've been smelling it all morning. You're going to get a look now at the final finished product. This is Jonathan Lundy of Jonathans at Gratz Park, and he's been making chocolate pot pies all this morning. You got one in the oven over there, sort of.
Yes, sir.
Let's take it out of our oven over here.
So what we have here is we got the finished batter. Fill up the 2 or more ramekins, whichever you're cooking for. And we're going to take the pre-made cookie tops that we have.
Right.
And we're going to place this in the oven and bake it at 400 for 10 to 12 minutes.
There you go. When it comes on out.
It comes on out, and we're going to top it with vanilla bean ice cream. Recipe's also in the book. And then we're going to top the chocolate pot pie and serve. But the best thing about this is you can make a lot of this ahead of time, and in the last 10 to 12 minutes, you can put that in the oven while you're sitting and eating.
Wow.
Good deal.
That looks great. And I bet the middle part's really, really good.
Yeah,
too.
it's good, nice and gooey and runny and warm. It's just one of my favorite desserts.
Exactly. Something great to make this weekend. Of course, it is Valentine's Day, and if you can't get up to the restaurant, you guys are pretty booked. But hey, check out the restaurant. You can find the number there at jagp.info. Also can find the book where you can order that great book, Jonathans Bluegrass Table. Jonathan, thank you for coming in this morning.
Jonathan.
Appreciate being with
you. It's made the day go by real well smelling that chocolate.
It's been a nice start to the week, hasn't it?
Well, Mary, speaking of the week, has a not so great start to our Monday night and into Tuesday morning. She'll have the details next.
But first, here's what's coming up on Good Morning America.